Good morning. Well, at this time, I would be at our membership meeting and taking notes and asking questions and annoying our presidents. But we didn't have a quorum. We didn't have 25 members in order to constitute business. But nowhere in the bylaws does it say you can't. You adjourn it, but you don't cancel. You don't send people home that came. The people are coming. They're going out of their way to show up and to sign up. We had someone who came all the way from O'Hare. Traffic was bad. You just turn these people away. I said, can we just have a regular meeting? Just have a meeting. You got people here in a room who are members. We can answer questions. We can discuss what's happening. I mean, we got this physical cliff, right? The fiscal cliff. They call it the physical cliff. People are concerned about all kind of issues. This is a time and opportunity to organize. We should have it should be easy. Make things easy. And this is, so Local 308 is dead. Okay, it is just dead. And it is dead. It is like, not only is it dead, there's not even rigor mortis. It is just rotten. It is a corpse, and there's barely any flesh left. The maggots have eaten all of it. We're looking at a skeleton. We have a skeleton of a union. It is dead. And we have this monstrosity of a building. We have monstrosity of salaries for officers. It's nothing but a patronage, manager and training personality code. The most modern unions have hybrid meetings. And I mean, hybrid is a term in our modern era for meetings that people can attend in person or through the phone or their computer. All right. And this is what we need to do. And of course, Brother Ken Franklin's there. He said, well, people need to get off their ass and come to the meeting. I say, but people come and then this happens. Why do we have obstacles in front of people? People, I'm here. Okay, good, you're here. But a lot of people aren't. And he doesn't agree and whatever, fine. But even if we have virtual meetings and we barely make quorum, so what? Why make things so hard for the members? You make the members hate the union. Why do we have to do it this way? It doesn't work. It's a failure. Next year is the general elections. God willing, I'll still be employed. I'll still be alive. And I'm running for president of the local. Our first meeting, we're going to do it. We're going to have hybrid meetings. It may be messy. It may be full of bugs. But we're going to have a meeting. And if we don't have quorum, we're still going to have a damn meeting. And we're going to conduct business. And we're going to organize and educate and inspire the members. We're going to have reports that will be handed out. You read it later. We'll have financial statements. Hand it out, read it later, take it home, share it with your coworkers. Go over it with each other, scrutinize the numbers. We'll have an agenda way ahead of time for the meeting. And where all this stuff will be presented ahead of time so that you can have questions ready, issues ready. So if you see a discrepancy in the financial audit, you can then have it ahead of time and then bring up in the meeting this discrepancy. And then as a president, as the convener of the meeting, I'd say, well, what do you propose we do about this? This is how it should be. It should not be some gathering or some sermon where there's someone standing over you. You look at how we have these meetings now, and the top officers, the president, the vice president, the secretary of treasury, and the assistant, they're sitting in these comfortable tables and looking down on us as we sit in these hard metal chairs, getting backaches, looking down on us. No. If I make president, that's over, man. We're going to have a circle, and everyone's going to be equal. There will be no superiors over anybody. And if you want to come in there and curse me out, you can do it. And I won't call the police on you. I won't have some dope in there that we call a warden to, hey, you gotta get out of here. We're gonna call the cops. We don't like you. You're out of order. No. You come to the meeting. You say, you know what? You're a liar. You're a scumbag. You're stealing. And I say, okay. You want to put charges on me? You should gather the evidence. Do you have the evidence together? Here's a form. Here's a template. This is according to the Constitution, and this is how you put charges on me as your president. So you say I'm stealing from you. You say I'm cheating. I'm selling you out. Whatever those charges are, here you go. You need 15 signatures. It looks like we got 15 people in the room. Does anyone want to sign off on these charges? And we'll get started right now on the hearing. You see, this is the way it should be. Real smooth, real quick. Fine, the Constitution says you have to post the notice and send it by mail, so you couldn't do it that quick. But, you know, we have restrictions with the Constitution. But there's nothing in the ATU Constitution that will stop us from having virtual mass membership meetings. There's nothing in the Constitution that will stop us from giving out all the financial information, profit, loss, audit report to the members ahead of time of the meeting. I mean, just imagine that. You come to a meeting and then they just drop a 15-page audit report on you and say, okay, let's look at it. Okay, do you approve it? Motion to approve. You didn't have no time to look at it. Whatever funny business that was being shoved on the membership, you don't have time. Give the members a week. The agenda for the meeting should be sent out to all the members ahead of time. 1 week. And in the agenda should be a whole package of information. This is how real unions do this, okay? I do a lot of research. We can do this. So I'm not going to be out here like Ken Franklin and call y'all a bunch of lazy slobs for not coming to the boring membership meeting, okay? I'm going to tell you that I'm disappointed that y'all didn't come. I'm disappointed that we had the meeting and we gave Mark and Penny an opportunity to send those of us who came there home. You know, they could have used this as an opportunity to say, okay, guys, well, whatever the executive board sent into motion is in motion now. But what do you guys want to talk about? What do you need to know? That's it. You're there. You're there. Take advantage of the few members that you have present to empower them to participate in the affairs of their union. It's like they want to punish us. You know, Brother Mark, I said to you today, I said, well, okay, fine, but can you just have a regular meeting? Just a meeting, you got people here, take questions. And he's like, oh, he just gets up and they walk out, you know. I hate this place. I hate what we're doing to the members. I hate it. Since 2018, I've been seeing it. And year after year, I see how bad this really is. How corrupt and rotten it really is. And how simple it would be to fix it. But they don't want to change it. So I don't blame you for not coming. I didn't want to come. But I live in the same zip code. It's really no big deal. But, you know, I wanted to go to this transit town hall and, you know, but I didn't. I'm saying I got a membership meeting to go to. But here we are. The members are not lazy, Brother Ken Franklin. Stop it. Stop talking like a freaking boss. You know, brother, Like you say to me, you got some really good ideas, but your approach sucks. And I'll tell you, y'all put that on me all the time. That's fine. You have a right to do that. But Brother Ken, the members are not lazy. The members are dissatisfied. And when they go, all they see is strife. They'll see me asking questions and then being either ignored or talked down to or interrupted. And then I speak up because I'm just not going to sit down and be quiet. And then it's chaos. Brother Eric disrupted the meeting. Okay. Fine. Have I disrupted meetings? Yes, I have. But it's not so much disrupt the meeting as I disrupt the corruption. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to come to your membership meeting. Disrupt the corruption. Disrupt it. You know, you never see a union official more happy at Local 308 when we don't have a quorum. They can't wait to get out. Walk past everybody. If I was president, and I hope I win, but if I was president and we had a situation like this, I would personally meet and talk with every single person there. And I would say, hey, brothers and sisters, I would like to talk to each one of you as a group. Can we do a meeting? Can we talk with each other about your concerns and what I can do to help you? That's what I would do. I would not be punishing these people and sending them home like they're bad people. Well, see, your coworkers didn't come. They're lazy. They don't want to get off their butts. So we're going to send everyone here home and make you feel bad for not telling them to come to the meeting. Now, I do what I can to get members to come out. I send emails. I send out posts and stuff. And y'all see me do it. But I can't make people come. I can't make people forget about the last time they came and there was no quorum. Now, the good thing about no quorum, about meetings being canceled, the more of these meetings that they cancel, and they'll make sure a meeting isn't canceled when they need to get something over on the members. Like when it comes to putting charges on me, you remember the president made sure she took everybody off work to come to the meeting. But that's what they do. That's how they operate. But what was I going to say? You should come to the meeting, but understand what you're going to get. And it's probably going to be a bunch of BS. So if I'm president, if I get president, we're going to make the meeting your meeting. Like I said, it's going to be a meeting of productive meeting, right? And it's going to be a meeting that all can attend. And those who can't attend, they're going to have a recording to access. Okay? And I have a system already set up that I use for my own virtual steward classes to make sure that we track who gets the recordings. Because I record all of my virtual union steward classes. You ought to check it out. You ought to check it out. Post something in the comments and say you want to be connected. And I know everyone that, whoever looks at a recording, I know who it is. So if anything gets out, not that my classes are anything confidential really, but if anything gets out, we know pretty much who leaked it out. And then what we do according to our union bylaws is we bring it up in the meeting, and if the person admits it or not, we have evidence, we present it. We put charges on them or we fine them $5. That's what the bylaws say. And no big deal. You don't punish everybody because of one person that gave some information out that they shouldn't have gave out or something like that, or that you think they shouldn't have gave out. But really, anything that they give out really isn't anything they shouldn't give out, because really there's nothing that personal that comes up in these meetings. But personal things, you shouldn't get it out there. But there's ways to do this, to protect people's identities, okay? And we can do this. We can do this. It's very easy. It's very easy, especially with modern technology. So, again, I really would like you all to participate in the meetings. But I remember what I was going to say. When you don't show up for the meeting, check this out, and the meeting is canceled, everybody in Local 308 gets credit for attending that meeting. So this is the Constitution, I believe. Yeah, this is in the ATU Constitution. So, and they don't want you to read that. They don't like when y'all read stuff. They don't like when you read the contract. They don't like when you read the Constitution. They don't like when you read the bylaws, because then you can hold them accountable, like I'm encouraging to you. So I would love for you to run for office with me. As it stands, pretty much most of the executive board is a rubber stamp of the corruption. And if I become president, I'm going to be surrounded by it. And it's going to be very difficult for us to reform Local 308 with them in office. Those of you who are watching this, every time, just all you need to do is just keep track. Every meeting that has been canceled, you get credit for it. And that's a credit you can use to run for office. Because we have these stupid restrictions that you have to attend 6 meetings at least once a year for 2 years to run for office. So you got to make sure you have those. And if you can't attend a meeting and it does go forward, it's not canceled, within 10 days you have to send a letter or just send an email to the Secretary Treasurer explaining your work schedule. Most likely it was your work schedule that got in the way, or you were sick, or you were on leave, military leave or something like that. So that's all in the Constitution. But I would like you to run with me. I would like bring in a whole slate. I'm trying to recruit people now, but a lot of people are scared to associate with me. And I understand. And I have no intention on changing to accommodate fears. But I would like to, if I become president, I would like to have new people in who want to give the union to the members. Wouldn't that be nice to have a Local 308 that you're in charge of, where I don't make any decisions without you having input, without you approving it? even toilet paper for the union office. You know, the members need to be able to, they need to have a say if that's their concern. Otherwise, if not, only a couple people will vote on it. Okay. And if they all vote no on toilet paper, well, I'll have to bring my own from home. You know, I mean, we really got to put the union in the hands of the members. And I'm very serious about that. And there's so many things I would love for us, for wages and working conditions, but I know that I can't do anything without the members. So, paid sick leave, full-time jobs for all, 2-person crews, brick and mortar bathrooms, all these great things, I want them. But if the members don't feel like they have a stake in their own union, they're not going to want to fight for it. They're not going to want to organize for it. So that's what I am promising. I'm pledging to you as a candidate for Local 308 president to take the union, Local 308, from the CTA, because right now the Chicago Transit Authority, our employer, controls our union, to remove it from their control and put you in charge of it. And I've already started setting up the foundation for it. And those of you who are in my virtual union hall and you get the email updates, I'm sending polls, I'm sending information, and I could do a whole lot more, but I'm just very limited because our president doesn't let me do what I'm supposed to do as an executive board member, and I got a full-time job. So at the CTA. But if I become president, then my full-time job becomes working for you. So all of my experience, all of my knowledge, all of my abilities and skills will be in service to you, as opposed to a part-time effort. Okay? But it'd be so much easier to do with your help, with you running for office too. So I think that's about it. I'm going to try to see if there's comments. Can I see comments here? Swipe to reveal comments. I don't see any comments. I see one person watching, so there's brother Alexander. Good to see you, brother. Thanks for watching it. Make sure you share this and like and subscribe. But I think that's about it. Again, you all, I don't blame you for not coming today, but it would have been nice if you did. But you get credit, so you can run for office. I don't know, Alexander. It'd be nice, track department, brother. I don't know. All right, y'all. I'll try to, I know Facebook will delete this live thing in about 30 days or whatever, so I'll make sure I download it, re-upload it for posterity on YouTube. Y'all have a great day, and if you're going to the rodeo jamboree, good luck to you. I was hoping to get down there, and then crash the party and just show up and smile and make the managers call the cops. But not this year. Next year.